Okay.
Hey guys,
Alright.
I'm here with Cheeselord and Ovogy, the two of them, and we are going to be interviewing them together, which is a little bit strange, but hopefully it goes well. Awkward silence.
Hello.
I didn't know if it was my turn to speak yet or not. I was waiting for my cue in.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You guys have the right to not answer any question. Um, and yeah, let's just get started. How are you
All
guys
right.
doing?
I'm doing
I'm
all right.
doing good, man. I'm doing good.
You're doing good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, happy New Year's.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's to you.
Do you guys want to take a second to introduce yourself, like introduce why I'm interviewing you, Avagi and then Cheeselord?
Uh,
Sure.
you can.
Hello, my name is Ovogy4. I am the I'm the second main person in Gods of Gravity. Cheeselord's the first main person because he's a developer. And yeah.
Is it? Hello. I am the Cheeselord, and I am a community developer for Gods of Gravity, and I actually think both of Ogie's role and my role are both equally important.
I agree. Okay. Yeah, let's do that for now. Have Avagi answer the question, then Cheeselord, and then we can switch later.
All right.
Alright.
How did you find God to Gravity?
So basically I was just playing other games. I was trying to find like random games. And I stumbled across Gods of Gravity because it was a strategy game, which I'm a very big fan of strategy games and building games. So when I saw Gods of Gravity, I was like, okay, this game has strategy in it, but also has building in it. So when I bought Gods of Gravity and I played Standard for the first time in a beginner's lobby, I remember I was like, okay, yeah, this game is already good. The first DLC I ever bought was Map Creator, which I made my first map, which was terrible because I did not know how to make a map creator around that time, like an actual map around that time. And that was really about it. I just run around on the MetaQuest store and saw Gods of Gravity and became my game,
What time did
my
you start
favorite
playing
game.
again? Like what
I
date?
started playing like January 2023, I'll say, like maybe
Oh, so
early
you
or late
started playing
January.
before I did.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Okay.
Ryeeper, you played. Wait, when did you start playing Ryeeper?
April 20. Okay. Well, okay. I got the game. I like played the game for the first time when I got my quest, like for the first time back in February. For like I played. I think it was one of the very first games I played, right?
Okay.
And
I don't
then
know. Yes.
I just didn't touch my VR for like 2 months. And
Oh,
then
okay.
what happened is Smiles came to my house once. He tried my VR. He wanted to get one. He got one. And then he happened to play Gods of Gravity. He told me about it, and I was like, "Oh, I remember that game. That game was so cool." And then that was about in April, like first. And then yeah,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were like a really old player,
no,
older than me.
no, no. I'm just one of the only people who stuck around, like you guys. So
Fair enough. So we all started pretty much around the same time then, because I also started like pretty much when uh, the game came out on the MetaQuest store.
yeah,
I just kind of found the game. I didn't really look much into it when I first got it. I was like, "Ooh, God game! All right, download." That was
yeah.
probably the best decision of my life.
I think it had a really interesting like appeal. It was so unique compared to other games,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your perspective of the game in like the early days of you starting to be active?
Uh, when I started the game for the first time, I mainly played in casual, and then I was like, okay, this game is mainly about strategy and casual, because I've also played other games that had that similar feature, which other games such as Empire: The Undergrove, Team Fortress 2, and all these other games like Call of Duty as example. And later on, when I started moving on to ranked, and I realized like, okay, this game could be moved to like from casual to a competitive, which is a big step. And the first time I remember stepping into competitive was Ginger Sniper introduced me to competitive the first time, which I tried micromanaging the first time. And the first time I thought how you micromanage is where like you basically just throw your troops around, but that was not really about it. You basically have to like you have to get your troops in a group of hand, and you have to like dodge the missiles and use the shields to protect from the lasers. And that's how when I discovered micromanaging the first time. And the first time when I actually after when I discovered micromanaging, I started making tutorial videos about Gods of Gravity and how to like play the game and what is the game all about. That was really about it.
Cheeselord.
Let's see. I mean, when I first got the game, well, first of all, I just thought it was really cool. I mean, I didn't really use much of my brain. I just kind of threw, like, I don't know, for no reason, the idea of just throwing ships at a planet and seeing what happens to me was just so fun. And I played, first map I probably played was Extra Solar, and it was my favorite map back then. I loved that map so much. And stepping into competitive, it's where first actually saw Eggster. I never actually interacted with him, but that was the first time I've actually seen a competitive player, and the way he moved around was just like I didn't know how to describe it, but the way he like did his whole wormhole thing, moving planet to planet, it I don't know. It was just like really cool to see, and it was almost like magic almost. Because, well, I've never seen that kind of stuff, and I didn't know you could do that. And just seeing him walk, like, wormholing circles around me was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Okay. So I'm just like trying to capture your like early days here, right? So, Cheeselord, can you answer this question first?
Okay.
What was the events leading up to you first getting moderator, and what was it like shortly after you got it? And then Ovogy.
See. Well, the events that actually led up to it is, I'm not 100% sure exactly what happened from what I can remember. I just kind of became a little more active among the community, and I guess people seem to like me. I got map reviewer first, and then next applications came out, I got moderator and trainer right away. Um, and I couldn't remember really much after that. I mean, I people thought I was doing pretty good. I did some stupid stuff that yeah. Anyways, yeah, I thought
We all did.
yeah, but I was learning, and it was honestly it was a lot of fun. I did love doing it.
Ovogy.
Uh, I remember when I got my first time game moderator, like a lot of people around the community like made jokes about saying like, "Oh, I don't need to make like a million player reports over and over again." Because around that time I was extremely active because Gods of God was like the only game I would play around that time, and I remember like getting moderator and like trying to understand like more of the things going on, and that's really about it because I've also taken a lot of advice from many people and how does the moderation system work and all this stuff. And I still remember the day I got moderator. Like the day I got moderator, I was like extremely excited. I was just like screaming top of my lungs. I was like, "Yo, I got it!" After like I'll say like two like since like like November 2023 until like February I think 19th. That was when I started making like a bunch of player reports and all this stuff.
Okay. Um, Ovogy, and then from there, what was like like the overall grand arcing process that eventually made you get the like community role?
Well, because since I was like trying to do my best to help out the community, trying to see what I can do, like basically I started helping out a lot with the map reviewing team and also started helping out a lot in the moderation team as well. But I was also trying to like help us out many players as I can, like trying to introduce new players to the game and telling them what it's all about. And I still remember like teaching multiple players. Like I remember teaching players like GMX about the game, like and also like a few other players. Like I remember Arcom was another player where the reason why he actually got better because I was actually helping him out a lot because around that time I really wasn't in my prime in God's Guy. Like I really wasn't like a full on competitive player anymore because I kind of fell off after season one. So this was like during season two around this time where many new competitive players came around. So, but I did help out many players in competitive, but also in casual as well. Like I remember seeing like many single new players coming out of nowhere and coming to the community and yet again get a role like trainer or map reviewer or moderator. And because like when I see new players, I help them out as much as I can and I tell them what God's Guy is all about. And since I see them active every single day, I usually tend to like hang out with them all the time. And that was really about it. I don't remember a lot how I got a community role. Don't remember a lot. I have to remember, but I still remember like trying my best in the community to this day.
Was there like a moment where you like purposely like consciously like stepped up, or was it like just gradual?
Think there has been ones. I remember the first time getting Discord mod. Extra like hit me up in DMs like, "Yo, you want to become a Discord mod for GOG?" I was like, "Sure." So it was me and a few others. I think it was Triton, Squid, Nick, and Cheese. Yeah, that was. I think that was like the only 4 or 5 people that only got it.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Cheeselord, how did you first like start doing Unity things?
So just Unity in general.
Yeah.
So I see. I play a game called VR Chat, and I mainly use Unity to upload avatars. And I slowly got into it just by just kind of adding whatever I wanted to them, and it really helped me explore the different aspects of Unity and what all goes into it. But I didn't really have much experience in Unity around that time, but I did have experience in other things too that helped me learn Unity a lot better. Like when I mod Minecraft, just that kind of me doing that for about 4 years really, I guess, helped me when trying to learn how to do Unity.
Yeah, I remember in the like community like celebration video, they showed off your like ship mob in
Yeah,
Minecraft.
yeah. I don't know, because I've talked to a few people about it, and they didn't know I was the one who made that. I thought that was pretty cool that I actually managed to do it, and Steve or Nathan, whoever made the video, was willing to show it off.
Yeah. Um, okay, so little fun question here real quick. Do you guys like still play the game for fun? Or do you just do it like when you're like for example, Cheeselord, like when you're testing things?
I do
uh
play the game. I'll let Ovogy go first. You got this.
I play I don't I play the game for fun because I always go into casual, but when I see an expert lobby open, I usually hop in and talk in it. But that's really all I do nowadays. Is I hop on, maybe playing casuals, hop around new players, or maybe go into expert lobbies and talk around, see what's going on.
Cheeselord.
Yeah, I do play the game for fun every now and then, just whenever I get time to. And I don't really play competitively anymore because I'm definitely not as good as I used to be, and I don't plan on trying to get back into it. But I just like to join any lobbies I see, people that I know, and I mostly just kind of exist there and just talk to people, and it is a lot of fun still. And sometimes I'll actually play the game, and it's still fun to do that.
Okay. Um, Cheeselord, how did you become a dev?
So it was around the time when I came back from my it was like a year and a half break from Gods of Gravity. I didn't actually expect me to come back at all. Uh, but I just kind of saw the state of the game was well, it was rarely getting updates. The community was still pretty cool, but still very small. And honestly, it kind of made me sad because this community has done so much for me, and I really wanted to find ways in any way I could to help the community out. And that's kind of when I had a crazy idea. It was like, well, what if I helped Nathan uh, code Gods of Gravity, like actually develop the game? Like this has kind of been a dream of mine for when I ever since I first started playing. I was like, and I didn't really think it was gonna happen, but I just kind of I shot my I shoot my shot. I asked Nathan, I was like, "Hey, you mind if I help develop the game?" And he said, "Yeah." And then brain is malfunctioning, and I can't remember what we were talking about. Uh, yeah, I mean, I pretty much just asked him, and here we are now.
And that never hurts to ask, right?
Literally, yes. That doesn't hurt to ask, like, because I literally thought this was never gonna happen, but it did.
And then from my understanding, like most people's like boss at Trass is like Steve, but your boss is like Nathan, right? Like if I
I, I yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're kind of both of my bosses, but I guess Steve helps me with more legal stuff, and Nathan helps me with yeah,
yeah,
with everything else pretty much. I'd
yeah,
think Nathan is more of my boss.
yeah. What is it like working for them? You know, like what's the environment? How
Uh,
often? You know?
so I don't really interact with Steve that much, but when I do, he's pretty helpful, honestly. Because a lot of the stuff that I had to do, I didn't really quite understand, and I don't know, he was really willing to help me get it done. And that's the same for Nathan. I mean, when I first started, I kind of had the feeling of imposter syndrome. Like I didn't really feel like I didn't belong because my skills were nowhere near as and anyone else that especially Nathan could do. But I mean, Nathan was super understanding. He was super willing to like guide me through everything that I needed to, and I am just super grateful that he allowed me to uh, take on this role with even where I am. And I'm getting a lot better as well with kind of me working on stuff.
Yeah,
So honestly, Nathan is a really cool boss. He's a really cool person to work with.
great. Um, what was my other question? Oh yeah, like how? What was the very first day like? And then what is it? How much time do you spend doing it? Like a week or so nowadays?
So the very first day, it was pretty much like orientation kind of thing. Like he just kind of showed me around Unity and just kind of told me how things work. And as I was trying to like listen to him and understand what was happening, I was like internally freaking out because I was like, what is any of this? Like what how am I supposed to do any of this? Like he brings up the code of how everything works and like my brain starts like having a mini panic attack. But as it slowly went on, I am understanding how things work a lot better now. Now it's not a mini panic attack, and uh, around every week I spend about 10, 15 hours. I would want to spend more, but I do have other stuff going on in my life. But if Nathan is willing to, I would want to work full time, but that's for the near future.
Yeah, yeah, that's like actually like great to hear, bro. Have a
Thank
full-time
you.
person working on GOG. That would be great. Um, okay. Ovogy, how much time do you think you spend like a week doing like God's gravity management stuff?
I'll say maybe like 10 to 20 hours because I have to always be active in the community. Like when someone needs me for stuff, I have to like respond to it quickly as possible.
Yeah. So my perspective on it at least is like your guys' jobs are very different, but like at least right now, you're like they're around like equal like
Oh
workloads, you
yeah,
know?
definitely. And like I said before, I think they're definitely equally as important.
Yeah. Which is why I'm doing both of you, the same one. You know, like efficiency, you know? Um, so this is a
Is
more interesting question. Uh, when Yeeps launched, what, at least from your perspective, what do you think happened to God's Gravity, like culturally and logistically?
Hmm.
do you want to go first, or do you want me to? Do you want me
I'm gonna let
to
Cheeselord go first. I'm gonna let Cheeselord go
English?
first.
So
Uh,
in the very beginning of Yeeps, like the GOG community was a little split on Yeeps, but a majority of people did actually really enjoy the game, and it was actually pretty cool. Like especially during the alpha days, just walking around, hopping in lobby to lobby, see all these GOG players and the occasional dev that's just hanging about. But as time slowly grew on, and the devs have just kind of put more of their focus towards Yeeps, I think it kind of caused the community to get a bit bitter and gain a bit of hatred towards Yeeps because now Gods of Gravity doesn't get updated that often.
Interesting. Avagi.
so when Yeeps came out, I was like, yeah, this game looks pretty cool, and I remember playing it for the first time, and it was a good game, of course. But the Gods of Gravity community, I think it mainly split into two. Like, I don't think it was really that bad. Like sometimes many players do switch to other games sometimes when a community like starts to like or like a new or developers decide to like make a new project or something. So the community will like split into half, saying, "Oh yeah, I'll be interested of joining this other community as well, made by the same developers that made the same other game as well." Like I think of games kind of like Call of Duty, like the Black Ops series. Usually, like when there's a new Black Ops series coming around, people players will go to the new one instead of going to the old one because people see like, oh yeah, they're gonna work on the new one more than work less on the old one. And honestly, think like I still think like the God's Gravity community, like only in game, not on Discord, is very big. It's just like when it becomes the Discord, it's like it's a small community when you see the God's Gravity community. But I still do think like the game itself, it's kind of big. It's not like as massive as the other communities, like the UG community, the animal rivals community, or the Yips community in general.
Okay. Um, and then what was your guys' perspective on Yeeps in the early days?
So as a game as a whole,
Yeah, as a
it
whole.
just uh just back then,
Yeah, early days.
at early days, I like genuinely loved that game so much. It was actually so cool. Like when I first played the alpha test and and I had to get off for the day, I was just kept thinking about it. I was like, oh, I really want to get on it, but I can't because the alpha isn't open at the moment. Like the idea of just hide and seek with all these fun gadgets and being able to build whatever you want. I think it was the building thing that really caught my eye, like with all these cool building blocks and all these cool different things you can do. I and I don't know, and I really like the idea of the way their lobby system worked, like being able to walk to a different room to join a different lobby instead of the basic menu you normally have to join lobbies.
Yeah.
I always, early on in the days in Yeeps, it was actually honestly a fun game and a cool game around that time. It still is to this day. It's a fun game. There's like multiple things to do. But like when I realized like when I noticed some like mini improvements compared to Yeeps to Gods of Gravity, I was that okay, this is a very big step up compared to Gods of Gravity. Like you can do whatever you want. Like it's more free to do now. You can still sit around and chat with friends in the game. It's just now the community is very, very big nowadays. But back then it was mainly Gods of Gravity and you know where everyone is. And when I played Yeeps for the first time, it was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hop on this game later. Like many players, like many Gods of Gravity players, like me, Exter, ABC, Nick, Aiden, just many Gods of Gravity players were playing around that time before the community got super massive. But I still think Yeeps is a good game to this day.
Yeah. Um, okay. Um, Ovogy, do you feel like the amount of work you put in is properly like compensated? Because like Cheeselord puts in work, but he gets paid, you know? So
Mhm.
how do you feel about it?
I don't know. Probably like good, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to really respond to that question. That is a good question. I'll say that is a good question.
Like, do you feel like you're
Uh,
being properly like rewarded in some way for all the work you do?
oh yeah, no, I am. Like when I remember becoming the God of community, all I just wanted to do is help the community. That's all I just wanted to do. But like I do get respect from many players to this day, like many respect.
Okay.
But yeah, I do think it's rewarded though.
Okay, that's good. That's nice. Um, uh, okay. That's a little bit more interesting question. Cheese Lord, why did you end up like maybe not full on quitting, but like quit Yeeps, you know?
Quit Yeeps. Hmm. I this probably will be the only question I'll probably pass on, just because was way too much that I could talk about, and I don't really want to talk about it.
All right, that's okay. And then Ovogy, why have you stayed with the game?
Because I love the community around that time, and since I try to make Gods of Gravity a bit more Yeeps, and since when like there was also many other players out there that also some there's also like some Gods of Gravity players that stayed in Yeeps, I also want to like stay in contact with them as well. And since there's also like I've also met many people on Yeeps and honestly hanging around with them in Yeeps sometimes. But that's mainly the main reason why I stay here. Is not because just to mainly help out and all, but it's because I still want to talk to old players or maybe try to meet new players in that community.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like the game, like as a whole, has gone in the right direction?
I definitely think it's gone in a good direction. I think it's gone in the right direction, yeah. The way I see it is it's definitely a lot different with the way it was before. Because, well, the original idea was hide and seek, but it's no longer Yeeps hide and seek, it's just Yeeps. And I think just for me, that's hard. It's a hard transition for me to get into, but a lot of people seem to enjoy it. And despite that, I still think it's gone into a pretty good direction.
Yeah. I was I'm not gonna say who, but I was talking to one of the mods, right?
Yeah,
And they were it was like a long conversation, right? He was telling me about like everything, right? But
yeah.
he told me that one of his complaints was like he felt like the mod team was just too nice.
Hmm.
Like genuinely that's what he told me. And he said like I don't believe that all the people are this nice. And I'm like I was like I don't know what to tell you. It's just like what do we like what do you want to do? Like ping at game moderator, be more mean?
Start being that game moderator. Start being more aggressive. Use swear words.
Yeah. So I feel like that represents the community as a whole. I feel like it's a very positive community. I feel like it. I mean, it's huge, right? So like, there's many different people, right? So you can't. There isn't one thing to describe every person, right? But like
Yeah.
overall, it's good. I feel like um there are a couple smaller problems with it, but those are like not the worst things in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Oh, Ovogy seemed to be muted for a second. So, Cheeselord, what have you been working on? Like, what can we expect for you in Gods of Gravity?
So I can't go into too specifics. Otherwise, I'll get hit with a big legal something from Big Man Steve. But what I can say is right now, I'm just kind of working on just kind of smaller random stuff. That way I can get myself situated with how things work and try to work my way towards making bigger and better updates in the future. Because there is one
Yeah,
update that Nathan and I talked about once, but I'm still pretty excited to start working on it whenever I'm ready.
yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I really hope that as you get more like into it and like updates become a thing again, that
Yeah,
the community can maybe because like I feel like right now it's not really like shrinking, but it's not growing super much, right?
yeah.
It's like just like up and down, right? I hope it can start going a bit
Excuse me.
more up, even if it's slowly, you know?
Yeah, and with these updates too, I want like a lot more community-made ideas. Like I want to involve the community in the making of the game. So in the first update, I guess first beta I did, the coin flip ability was a community-made idea, and I actually loved that idea, and a lot of people seem to like it as well. And I have more community-made ideas on the way.
Yeah. Um,
Oh,
what is okay? What do you think is like the biggest, like most glaring difference between the two games?
Hmm.
I, I don't know. I'll
I think,
say the communities. I'll say the
yeah,
community is a bit different. Like I can
and
see like sometimes when I play Yeeps, I sometimes see like some ideas they took from Gods of Gravity, like the logo on the TNC thing. I forgot what's it called. It's the volatility one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I remember
But I'll
I
maybe
was
I'll say like it's just maybe the communities are a bit different, I'll say. Sometimes they'll be the same, but they're a bit different, I'll say.
yeah,
so I guess the biggest glaring difference I can see from the two games is kind of how they're played, because Gods of Gravity is definitely a lot more competitive, and Yeeps is definitely a lot more casual, and that leads to a lot more different types of things that are being developed, and just kind of how it shapes the community as a whole.
yeah. I I will say one thing I miss about Gods of Gravity that doesn't really happen in Yeeps. I don't know really why is there's so many occasions where I would just like be in a Gods of Gravity lobby and I would just be like talking to people for like hours, you know?
Oh yeah,
And we
I do miss that.
like the expert lobbies,
It's
and
been
we would
here.
just like sit
Yeah,
there and just like talk for like forever
yeah,
and like not even
Yeah.
play the game. That doesn't happen in Yeeps, and I don't know why. Like that's never happened to me in Yeeps, but it happened to me countless times in Gods of Gravity, you know?
yeah. And I think it's just because uh, there's just like so much you can do in Yeeps, so it's kind of hard to sit still for a lot of players because there's so much they want to do and explore. While Gods of Gravity, it's the main game of just the competitive or
Yeah.
just the word I can't pull because words are hard. I think you get what I mean though, right?
Yeah. It's a lot more of like
Yeah.
They-
a arcade game in the way that you just kind of like load up a match, you know?
yeah, yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
and still really a lot into it, and people still find a lot of fun. But it's just a lot easier for people to just hang out and talk for hours on end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I asked Cheeselord this, but now Ovogy, do you have any like future changes that we can expect that you have like or like plans that you have that you can say?
Oh yeah, well, one of the biggest plans that, well, basically the community knows about it is having a mic ban system, which I have been trying my best to like, I've been waiting on it for a while now, since like probably a few months, but it's taking a long time because Nathan's taking his time on it, and the reason why it's taking a long time is because like it's like a different coding, and since it's like a new system, it'll take a while to like make it.
Yeah.
And there'll also be some other stuff for ranked, and which the community also knows about that. That's really about it. It's just stuff for stuff for the community, stuff for the moderation team, and that's really about it.
Okay. Um, what has been like, has there been anything difficult about like managing a community? Like, basically, like, I mean, you had help from other mods, right? But like by yourself, you know? Because
Yeah,
like Nathan is mostly like he'll respond to pings when needed, right? But he's not really like contributing like discussion, you know? And like
yeah,
with like Yeeps, there's like four people on the support team, but like the support team in God of Gravity is you, you know?
yeah. I'll say maybe when it becomes to like uh a bug report or maybe like something that happened in meta. The only time stuff has been difficult by myself is probably trying to like handle everything once by myself. Which if there's something problem is another problem. I have to like try and respond. But first I try to respond the thing that pinged me first and then respond that the ones that ping me after.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Um, so this is one of the like tradition questions I do in every video now. What is and then normally it's just Yeeps for this. This one I can say Trass. What is each of your guys' like Trass Mount Rushmore? Do you know what that is, Avagi?
Uh,
Nah, I don't.
Let me grab a picture. So it's like this like monument in like this like carving of stone in America of like
Oh
four really
yeah,
four
the
really influential people from
yeah,
uh like the early days of the country, right?
yeah.
yeah.
What would be your four like most important people in turn? I would say in like in different categories, you know? Like who would you put on a Mount Rushmore for the Trash games?
It's people that just represent just Trash as a whole.
Like, but do you
Yeah,
Or
have any specific names?
hmm, well, I'm not
uh,
really a part of the Yeeps community anymore, and I haven't been for a while, so I don't really know much about who's doing what in Yeeps.
Yeah.
the person I will say I'm gonna go from the recent to the oldest. I'll say the recent Trash Games Rushmore is probably Infinity because every single time like when in the moderation team like when there's something new going on, Infinity is like always there or when something happens it's something big, Infinity is like the one.
Yeah, I'm so happy it's Infinity. It's like
Yeah.
a person who exists.
Yeah, like, if
Like
I were able to say, like, if I were able to say if there were another a god of community in Yeeves, I'll say it's Infinity, in my opinion. I'll say it's Infinity, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. He just does like he's amazing, bro. He's like great. Whenever like first it's like the first time in a while I felt like I had like in terms of like MC doings and like higher up mod doings, I felt like I had like someone I could consistently go to for like feedback before I do stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because like and like
Yeah.
they're so active, like they just like there's been times where I was like typing an idea, and since I type like one half a sentence and then send the message, half a sentence and send the message, I would see him like spawn in and start typing, and I'd be like, Infinity, stop! I have not finished yet. They're just amazing. Same thing with Jaduk, although Jaduk when he was active, because he's not active very much anymore, but like Jaduk and Infinity, they were like it's like I feel um like Star Wars, you know, like they were like my I like trained them and now they're like more powerful than me, you know. So yeah, I love Infinity. They're great. Although I'm pretty sure they're an AI. Like I'm like 80% sure they're an artificial intelligence.
What makes you say that? What makes you say that?
They just like are not a human being. I interviewed him. Go watch it. It was very interesting. Uh he just like yeah, yeah.
All right.
Um let's see. So yeah, continue. Infinity.
Yeah, and I'll say the oldest player would maybe be Exter because he's the main guy that started a lot of things in the Gods of Gravity community.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. And then do you guys know any two other people for it?
Mm,
Mm,
I would definitely put the D2 Whiplash's name
Whiplash? Interesting.
just because of uh, just his interactions with the game, like early game, and I feel like his influence on people just kind of helps boost the game. Just from what I've seen, I haven't really interacted with him, but like watching his Legends video and hearing people talk about just kind of who he was, it just really seemed like he was just a very influential player that kind of helped the uh, just Gods of Gravity grow.
Interesting. I I feel like if I had to pick someone from like that old, I would do Angry Fuller or Logan, you know?
Yeah,
Because like they were super influential back then, but they also like stayed for so long, you know?
that is true. Yeah.
D2 Whiplash.
yeah.
Okay. Do you guys know one other person? So we can get the
Mm.
four people.
I'll say
We did two Yeeps players.
maybe. I was thinking maybe Nick.
Nick.
Because he started off Gods of Gravity. He changed a lot from Gods of Gravity. And when he moved
Oh,
on to Yeeps, he
honestly,
was like,
I didn't mean to cut you off, but like honestly, the kid has changed so much. Like he went from a troublemaker who was so close on his last band to a really helpful person
Yeah, bro, now
in
he's
both
like
Yeeps and Gods of
yeah,
Gravity. And he's
yeah,
really cool, honestly. And he was still then, but he still caused a lot of issues back then.
yeah. Dude, I feel like
yeah,
there's like three of the Yeeps MC members. Like they they all had a very similar arc in that way, you know? Because um there was Cheese, right? Just like not
Yeah,
Cheeselord, just there was Cheese who he had like a lock-in, right? Where he just like locked in, you know? And then there was
yeah,
Ginger Sniper, right? Who was
yeah,
like the most immature mod forever, and then like overnight he was just like a different person, you know? Like
yeah,
he had a lock in, and then
yeah,
also N1CS, you know?
yeah.
Like all three of these people just like had crazy lock-ins, you know?
Seriously.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, what is your favorite community memory? Like, or like your favorite memory with the game?
I have
It'll,
one, but
it'll probably be the Christmas, what, the 2023 Christmas update, when the golden presents were introduced the first time. That was probably the best time. Or maybe the Halloween one, which is the 2023 update where the pumpkins were introduced. Those were probably the two best times around that time, if I'm being honest.
Cool.
let's
Cheeselord?
see. I have two that I can think of the top of my head, but I don't know if one really well, because it was really just interacting with one person, and just that interaction with that one person has
Just you can say it.
I it's when I first met Boxman 41, or I guess he's Boxman
Okay,
42
Boxman.
now. The 41 got evaporated. Now he's 42 now. Just I the amount of things I've done with that man, and the amount of like adventures I've had with him, I it was probably the best moment I ever had in that game. But with community in general, it was when I don't remember who started it, but there was a somebody hooked up the stream cam and put a mod on it with like and increased the room size, and there was like 15 to like 20 people in one lobby. That was just so fun. I have a video of it too. I don't know where it's at, but
I
I have a
remember that
video
one.
of that happening.
Yeah. I it might have been me. I don't remember. I don't
I
remember
think
who
it
did
was
that.
either you or it might have been redacted.
I
Maybe.
think it might have been Alec. I don't know. Could have been one of the
I,
three.
I don't remember who, but it was I loved it. It was amazing.
Me too.
Interesting. Um, what is your favorite God's Gravity god?
Teleportation. My
It's gotta
goat.
be stealth or defense.
And then like why?
Just kind of my
I'll I'll
playstyle in
let
games.
I'll let Cheeselord go first.
It's just kind of my playstyle in games. I prefer more fast-paced, the kind of mobility, and teleportation definitely provides that with, it just overall with its passive and ability. The whole like being able to hold more troops in your hand. Like I feel like that's a lot more helpful than players think, just because well, it's a lot helpful in like handful battles because you have a higher advantage with more troops in your hands, and being able to like have longer wormholes. Because if you were like wormhole chaining from planet to planet, you could skip planets because you didn't really need to chain to a different one. Because otherwise you'd run out of wormhole.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason why I picked Delph is because like it was like one of the earliest gods. I was like OP around that time. It also introduced me to the game quick. Like when I picked production or conquest, I didn't really had really fun with it, but every single time when I picked stealth, it was like, yeah, this is fun because A, double shot was like kind of a thing around that time. It was a thing around that time before it got nerfed. And B, it introduced me to the game quick. And also taught me a few other skills as well, like how to like manage your troops, how to like know which planet is valuable, how to know which planet is like strong, or
Yeah.
I guess OP. So that was the main reason why I picked stealth. I still think stealth nowadays is weak now, but it's still a good god. It's not bad. It's decent, alright?
Okay. Um, so when like God's Gravity slowed down because Yeeps came out, right?
Yeah.
W- What like what prevented you from leaving too, you know?
Mhm. What prevented us from leaving
Uh,
GOG to go to Yeeps or
Just like or
leaving
just
GOG
like
in
stop
general?
either, you know?
Ovogy, if you want to go first, you can.
yeah, I'll
If you
go
got.
first, because the reason why I didn't leave Gods and Gravity for Yeeves was because like since when like many players were still playing around that time, I kind of still stuck with Gods and Gravity more because like it was still fun around that time and honestly enjoyed hanging out with the community more. And since it's a game I'm more used of, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the game that I'm more used of than trying to switch to a new community where I might get confused more than the Gods of Gravity community. And I was like, yeah, this game is still fun. And I still played ranked around that time. I just didn't play ranked a lot. So I kind of still wanted to keep my score because I didn't want the rank decay destroy all my points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I just didn't really want to leave just because Gods of Gravity kind of felt like just my home, pretty much. Like I didn't really get that same feeling from Yeeps, but when I was at Gods of Gravity, I felt like I don't know. It just kind of made me a lot more happier just to be there, even if there wasn't a lot of people. I really liked hanging out with everybody, meeting new people. It just didn't feel right to leave.
Cool. Um, and then sort of like a follow-up question in a way, what has been like the biggest effect Trash games have had on your life, in your opinion? Or like maybe not like one specific thing, but like just what do you want to say about that?
I mean, I'll let Ovogy go first because
I'll say it changed me a lot as a person because like before when I joined the God's Gravity community, I was like, this is when I was like stepping into high school, I think, like early into high school, like this is like end of my freshman year. I was a bit immature around that time. Like I was still growing out of my immature because like before when I came to God's Gravity community, I was a bit immature. Like I'll just do like stupid stuff. Like I wouldn't really say anything bad, but I'll just do like something stupid. Like I'll just be like loud and obnoxious. I mean, I'm still kind of am loud, but not that loud as I used to be back then. Like, and then when I stepped into the community, it taught me a few things. Like, you can do whatever you want, just hang out as long as you're not like being like a troublemaker or doing something stupid. And the first players I've ever met, I think it was probably Gravity or Magic. Uh, when I saw him the first time. So yeah.
Cool. Cheeselord?
okay. So I'm not going to go into too much of detail, but I will say that this game, Trash games in general, has quite literally changed my life, like immensely. And I all I'll say is I can't thank them enough for the people that I was able to meet. Like and I'm sure people who I've met will know,
Yeah.
but oh my, I yeah,
Yeah. That's I've like I definitely haven't become like as close to like the people I've met as you have, you know? But like
yeah,
just like being able to meet different like people and like over time and get to know them, you know? Like, and there's like so many
yeah.
people from like different eras, you know? Like there's like like you're from like old era and then like if I had to pick someone from like middle, it would be like Recraftable. You guys know Recraftable, right?
I think I've seen them a few times. Yeah,
And then like recent like Sinfinity and I just get to have like these new friends like and they just the bad part is that they eventually most of the time they eventually stop being active, you know. But the good part is I get to meet more people, you know. So yeah, and that's just like it's great to meet those amazing people. I feel like the mod team, at least for me, is a really good way, like the system that like it just like exposes me to really good people, you know.
excuse me. Yeah,
So, um, geez, I this interview is going by a lot quicker than I thought. It's maybe because I'm not talking as much as did in the other ones. Um, so let's see, which one do I want to do next? Ovogy, this is a question for you because I don't think Cheeselord can answer this. If you could like just make one more major update for Gods of Gravity, what would it be about?
Oh, honestly, like many and me and the comp players talked about it, but I think it'll probably just be like adding in new faction ships. Like I remember making a suggestion a while ago, adding like a Viking faction ship. And I honestly like thought like, yeah, you know what? I think Vikings would be cool because Vikings are also similar to pirates as well because really like and I'm also honestly a big historian as well because I've honestly learned like the beginning of like the AC and BC as well like after AC like you've also like start to see many empires and one of them's like empires in the north and all, and there's also like the Eastern Roman Empire. And when I was like, you know what, I've been learning a lot of history about like these emperors and all this stuff, and they also have made histories with Vikings and stuff. I'm like, why not have a Viking update and just give him the color purple because the color purple was used a lot in those Viking eras. So that was like, yeah, I think Vikings would be cool. And also
Yeah,
maybe adding like another faction for painting, but I honestly I don't know what it would be. So yeah.
interesting. Okay. And then Cheeselord, I'm assuming you can't say because that is that one big idea you had, you know?
Well, because I haven't talked to Nathan about it yet, so I think I can talk about it. Like what my idea is, I guess.
If I
Uh,
mean,
so I guess my main thing I like is customization, and I want players to be able to express themselves better through cosmetics and all that. So I want to add a bunch of new cosmetics, and what I want to be careful
ooh,
about is trying not to price them too high, because I don't want people to have to feel like they have to uh, dump all their money into like cosmic coins and stardust in order to get what they want.
yeah,
But I want to add like some very basic stuff, some more complex stuff, and I want to see if it's possible to get wand cosmetics and hand cosmetics so we can get. Neko has been begging for it for a long time. Cat paws.
yeah.
I think that'd be funny.
Dude, that'd be cool. Do you know how to like model things well?
So I model with Blockbench, which is a lot easier to model with than Blender. But since I know how to model on Blockbench pretty well, I'm pretty sure I can learn Blender and learn it pretty quickly if I tried. And I most definitely will try it in the near future.
That's great. That's cool. I yeah. Um, so this is another like tradition question. What has been your guys' perspective on me over time?
You want me to go first, or
Yeah,
you want
because Ovogy's like muted apparently.
Okay, Ryeeper. He's. I was gonna start saying mean stuff, but I can't think of anything. I can't bring myself to do do it.
That's
Um, no. I mean, honestly, I don't think I ever said this, but I mean, when I first became mod, I really looked up to you when I first did mod stuff because I mean, you really did help me with a lot of mod things, and I remember when you disappeared for like a few months and you finally came back, and I just remember feeling super happy that you were finally back, and then
yeah,
just kind of doing my own things and you doing your own things. I could see that you were growing a lot with getting all this stuff and doing all these things.
What
interesting.
was the question again? I had to ask my
What
mom for something.
what has been your perspective on me over time?
Honestly, you're a chill dude. Like I remember meeting you the first time. I think it was in game and on Discord a few times. I was like, I was like, this guy Ryeeper is honestly a pretty chill dude. Like honestly cool. He's fun around in the community, and he's honestly doing a lot as well, as I said. And I was like, definitely a good person.
Thank you. Okay. That was a lot more wholesome than like any of the other ones. Um, what actually I already asked that. Hold up. I think we're almost like towards the end. Um, so and then sequel question to that. We'll do this one by one. Cheeselord, what has been your perspective on Ovogy over time?
Oh, on Ovogy. Let's see. Honestly, when I first met him as Wacky Moon, I thought he was pretty cool. I mean, I really liked hanging out with him uh, just throughout the time. And I don't remember when I stopped playing because I think around the time I stopped playing is when Ovogy really seemed like he started to grow because like I haven't talked to him in so long. And then out of nowhere, I see a Legends video seeing Avogi's Legends video, and I was just thinking, no way, that is actually really cool.
Yeah.
And then I
I,
came back and, well, I can see why you got a Legends video. You definitely deserve one.
oh yeah, 100%. And then Ovogy, what is your perspective on Cheeselord over time?
I remember meeting Cheeselord the first time. I was like, this guy is honestly like all Cheeselord does is he kind of plays competitive, but also hangs out the casual community as well, which that's always what I kind of wanted to do. And like over time, like I remember like always meeting up Cheeselord. I'm like, yo, what's up, Cheeselord? And like asking people's days, like how's everyone doing and all right. And as soon as Cheeselord retired from Gods of Gravity, I was like, who do I talk to in the Gods of Gravity community? Because now, like, Cheeselord leaves, Ginger Sniper goes, and some players left to go to Yeeps, I was like, who do I really talk to? Cheeselord? But I was debating on like, do I just talk to like many single like players at once, or like try and keep an update? I remember sending, I don't know if I sent you a few updates saying, yo, what's been going on to Cheeselord. I don't remember if I did, but
I
like,
don't think so. No.
I don't know. Yeah. I try to respond to like old players, seeing what's been up sometimes. And honestly, I don't know if I did ever send one to Cheeselord because usually like, and once Cheeselord came, I was like, oh crap, Cheeselord's back. And Cheeselord came back as game mod. He got senior and then Discord mod right after, and got MC also as well.
Yeah, Cheeselord's great. You guys are both amazing.
Thank you.
Um, so I feel like we are almost towards the end here, just barely passing the 1 hour mark. Um, Let me see if I've missed any questions on accident, and then we can ask the final two. Oh wait, I guess. So, what is your opinion on like the Trash games moderation system as a whole? And I'm sure you guys like both have like your specific like quarrels with like probably Cheeselord with Yeeps and probably Ovogy. Well, no, probably both of you with Yeeps actually. But like, um, just like the whole idea of like in the system of like MC senior voice patrol, like the bot, and like everything like that. What is your whole overall opinion on it?
Mm. I've been thinking about it for a long time, just kind of how it is, and I'm honestly not 100% sure how I feel about it, because like it is a pretty cool idea, honestly. I like the idea of like how the system is set up, but at the same time, the idea of like community running, uh, I guess that kind of stuff can lead to some problems, and I have seen quite a few of them arise because, well, there are quite a few community members who do their job pretty well and help make the community a better place. But then there are other people who do get those types of roles and don't really. They just kind of cause a lot of issues. So I'm honestly kind of mixed on the overall system. Slightly more, it's like I think it's pretty cool, but
How about you?
I think it's I think it's good. I'm same the same. I agree with Cheeseman. I'm like the same opinions as him as well. It's like, yeah, there's some good people in there that do it, and some people that do just that don't do much as well. But I do have the same opinion as Cheeselord.
Cool. Okay. And then what what do you guys think is gonna happen to Yeeps and Gods of Gravity, like in the next 3 to like 5 years?
What I'll
so
say is like I do see like many people like a younger audience coming to Yeeps, and I usually think like, oh yeah, Eeps is probably gonna make a childhood memory for some of these players. You know, like I remember when I was younger, the number one like the top three games I was usually playing when I was a kid is Battle Block Theater, Minecraft, Xbox One Edition, or PS4 Edition if you want, PlayStation, and Castles Crashers. And now every single time when I take a look at Yeeps, I'm like, okay, I see some items that came from other games that have similar ideas. I took a look at the Sky update and I see what ideas they took from, and honestly like every single game's like they try to like they see a cool idea came from another game and they try and see if it works on this game as one other game they're working on.
Bro,
But I do
I
think
love
that yeah, I do think it's good though.
I love this guy update so much. They added Gods of Gravity movement to Yeeps in the like the air
wait,
grab routines, bro.
they
Yeah,
did?
they
Wait,
added it
seriously?
where you can they added a gadget where you can grab the air like it's Gods of Gravity.
I haven't actually played that update yet. Hold on, that actually
Me
sounds
too.
really cool.
Me too.
And also the
I've seen
wings
the
are really
Sky
cool too.
update, but like I played in the Sky update, but I just never like tried out the new gadgets and stuff. I never knew that.
Yeah, bro.
I never knew that.
I'm never unequipping those things, bro. Finally, after 2 years, I have my Gods of Gravity movement back.
If they're adding that, they're gonna see me in creative saying, "Why is this guy floating in the sky?" I'll be like, "It's gods of gravity, man."
And it has
We
like
all
this really
roll up
cool
with our
design
Gods of
too,
Gravity
where like
cosmetics.
when you like grab the air, like the little like thing on your hand, right? It has like a little like what are they called? Like hot air balloon. Like that shows that you're like that's like floating your hand up. It looks so cool, bro.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I'm honestly glad that Yeeps is updates are actually fun and all.
yeah. It
Yeah,
was really interesting to see because like I feel like for most of our like period of us being active, because like they started working on Yeeps around when I got mod, so like June 2023, right? And then um what they did was like Jack went over to Yeeps and started working on Yeeps for the like for most of his, and then Nathan was doing God's Gravity for most of his, right? And so
yeah.
we only really saw what they were capable of, well, like in like half, you know. And now like they're just like spamming updates, you know. And now they have like both Jack and Nathan doing stuff, and also Loaf, and also um
You also, one thing I also really
John.
like about the Yeeps Discord is there's also a pick a color or a chat pick a color, which every single time, like, I always think that the purple one, the purple roll, I always think it's the same color as the Gods of Gravity roll. I always think it is. Like, every
The
single time I see a new player with the roll, I'm like, wait, am I in Gods of Gravity? Then I'm like, oh, no, never mind,
oh,
I'm not.
like the blue Yeep peach Yeep thing.
Yeah, the peach Yeep, yeah. I always think it
That's
is,
pretty good.
'cause
Yeah. Um. Okay. Uh. Do you guys have anything you want to say before I ask the final two like questions?
uh,
Um,
not think of.
yeah, not any that I can think of at the moment.
Okay.
Oh,
Um.
that's right. I didn't answer the question that you gave Ovogy.
Oh.
I don't know if you
Oh,
wanted
what
me to.
was
Yeah. You
I
can
don't know if you
go
wanted
ahead.
me to. What was the question again? I just remember there was a question.
Uh. Wait. Wait. What was it?
I think
Hold
it
up.
was where do I see Goggin
Oh
Yeeps in
yeah.
3 years?
God's Gravity and Yeeps in 3 years. Where do you see it?
So the way that Yeeps is doing right now, I honestly think they'll still be doing pretty good in 3 years. I don't know if Trass ever plans on making a new game, but I think Yeeps will still be pretty good. And for Gods of Gravity, I'm honestly not 100% sure what the future holds for Gods of Gravity, just because of now that I'm working on the game, and it just kind of all depends on if Nathan gets somebody else to work on the game too, and that's kind of what my plans are. Because I want to still work on the game for quite some time until I can eventually build up my own studio and make my own games. Because that's my main goal. But for now, I'm going to work on Gods of Gravity.
nice.
So I feel like I'm sure you know this, but like I feel like it's just like such an amazing thing that you can like get this because I feel like it's just like such valuable like experience, you know?
Seriously, yes.
Yeah.
It's
So
I just feel really blessed.
yeah. Um, anything you guys want to ask me?
Hmm.
How's your day, man?
Yeah,
Um,
how's your day been?
I woke up early to do an interview.
You did? Oh, really? Who are you interviewing?
These like really weird people called Ovogy and Cheeselord.
Oh, why are you talking to those guys? I don't.
Yeah.
You know, I went to bed at like 1 a.m. yesterday, or I guess today, so I probably shouldn't have done that when I had to wake up at 7:30 for an interview. But
Goodness, go back to bed after this. Goodness.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah, okay. Any other questions?
How do you feel about the Gummy Bear album?
Gummy bear album? What? I do not know what that is.
what's your
Okay.
what's your opinion on me banning the phrase 6-7?
Did did you actually like put that in the automod?
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I'll make sure it'll happen one day or another. It'll happen.
Oh wait,
Alright, let's
you're
move
gonna
on
add,
to the last two questions. I wanna know
okay,
instead.
that was one of the two final. These are just like the questions I end each interview with. And then next question,
Uh,
who do you think I should interview next?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
You have
gotta
some
remember.
plans on Gods of Gravity players. Do you have a? Are you gonna interview?
I'm
Oh,
I'm gonna interview N1CS.
You should interview Extra.
I I tried. He said he like doesn't want to do it, but if he changes his mind, he'll let me know.
Okay, fair enough.
fair
Hmm.
enough. Maybe. Maybe I should think of a Yeeps player instead of like a Gods of Gravity player because there's not.
I can't think of any Yeeps players, so I honestly no clue who should
I
interview for Yeeps.
I want to do
Have
Logan
you
eventually.
Oh yeah, Logan
have
would
you
be pretty cool to interview.
tried I am Rainbow? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I'm a
Do
rainbow.
that
I
guy
want to do.
next. 'Cause he started off the Gods of Gravity. Well, no, he's not the first one. So he's the second guy that started the Gods of Gravity content creation.
Yeah. All right. I see.
yeah. I can't think of anything.
All right. I think like we're wrapping up. We've gone through all the questions. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's any last words before I click stop recording?
Um,
No.
eat
Oh wait,
cheese.
guys, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go check out Cheeselord and Ovogy's YouTube channels that are very active. Uh, comment down below, join the Discord server, go play Gods of Gravity, do all those things.
100%.
Yeah.
Except for like and subscribe. I don't. Maybe that's only if you want to do
Oh,
that.
like and subscribe to Ryeeper's YouTube channel.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys later.